So yeah, here we are. We're going to be starting in on Dawntrail's first custom delivery here with, I believe it's with the, oh man, I forget, Nitowikwe? So something like that. We'll remember how her name is spelled and pronounced when we get there. But she is the last that's out with the train people in Shaloni. Basically the wife, the basically of the train squad, which is they're basically the reflection of the trolley squad on the first. It's the wife that ended up dying as Nitowikwe, and she's the one that basically pilots the trains. I don't know what what it's called. She's the one that's actually running the trains herself. She's the driver. So we're gonna learn how we're gonna help her here in this custom delivery by talking to this railroad employee. Laying new tracks. This railroad employee has come to Tuliolo in search of you, of us specifically. There ya! I'm so glad I found ya. I work over at Dawntrail Railing. Shenza asked me to send you his way if I happened to see you. Shenza being like the blonde-haired kid. Not to alarm you, but there's trouble at the company again. Oh, trouble? Or something unusual. It would mean the world if you could stop by and speak with him. He said he'd be waiting for you at Shaloni Station. Sent to find out specifically. If you can spare the time. Shenza said he'd be waiting for you at Shaloni Station. Alright. As for me, I'm off to watch you Meki. We're hurting for supplies, and I've been charged with finding an artisan to show up our stock. I can recommend you a couple of fine blacksmiths. Hold on. Eek. This person's probably going to be going away. They're going to watch you Meki to shore up their stuff. All right. Just shadow on it. And then we'll teleport from here. Yeah, because it's all the way out this way. All right. Not in the building, but out by the railroad itself. There he is. There's Shenza. Zapia also here. Yeah, if you talk to these guys after the stuff and whatever have you, main story stuff, they mention how, you know, they're looking forward to sharing knowledge with the Alexandrians, and Shenza even mentions, you know, ooh, what if we had flying trains? I mean, they do have flying cars and stuff like that in the in friggin' Solution 9, so, you know, like, they could happen. All right. A sweet baby sunbird. Sunbeard. Sorry, not sunbird. Sweet baby sunbeard. What the fuck is he saying? Hey, it's Kelwin. I wrote her leave to see ya. Okay. But first, I want to say how much we appreciate you and the Dawn Servants for finding a solution to our noise problem. Yeah, the 7.1 main story quest stuff. With our new and improved train ready to roll, Dawntrail's Railing is back in business. For some reason, things have grown tense between Nitowikwe, okay, I got that kind of right, Nitowikwe and the chief. Oh, yes, trouble in paradise. When we ask them about it, they insist that nothing's wrong. So I looked for you, I guess, relationship counselor? That's why we need you, Kelwin. After all you've done for us, they'd be fools not to trust you. So, what do you say? Will you help us figure out what's got him so hot under the collar? They're at the office now over in Shishinawezi Springs. Go on ahead and I'll be right behind you. Alright, you speak to them about the marriage problems. I'll definitely 100% be right behind you. I'd come with you now, but they tie me to the tracks if they find out I dropped what I was doing. It'll only take me a few minutes to wrap this up, I promise. All right. They were like, hey, you guys, what's happening? Your employees are worried about you. Your little train squad. Oops, wrong building. Building next to it, building next to it. Hello, out goes it. Nitowikwe, always a delight to see you. Oh, it's you, Kelvin. Sorry, but as you can see, I've got my hands full at the moment. What the fuck do you mean, as you can see? Okay, sure. Oh, dude, the tense music. All right. Dude, this is an intervention. Shenza, Zapia. You two didn't ask her in, did you? See what I mean? The whole damn company can tell that something's off in Nitowikwe. We need to come to an agreement on this. Well, nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so I suggest you start listening to reason. Reason? Give me one good reason that we ought to take you out of the driver's seat. Oh, she doesn't want to be in the driver's seat anymore. Why not, if that's what she wants to do? You can teach someone else to be a driver. Oh, don't be so dramatic. Look at you all shaking like Roni calves. Why are you three even here? I know they were worried about you. I feel like her accent was less Southern Belle. It was more like... Dad tootin'? Dad tootin', why you guys even here? Something like that. Boys got so worried that they came crying to you. Well, I'm sorry that dragged you into this. Not the first time I've ever dragged into something, and it certainly will not be the last. Now that you're here, though, I reckon we could use the unbiased perspective. Fine. You want the full story? Alright, tell us the full story. What's happening? Or do you not want to be a driver? As you all know, Valcona and Kelvin went to great lengths to help us construct a much quieter locomotive. We've resumed northbound service to just outside of Vanguard. Oh, just outside of Vanguard, okay. So they haven't rebuilt Yasuwani Station yet. Like that last wants to do. Where the tracks end, but our work is far from over. Oh, right, because I guess you're right. The tracks don't go through Vanguard anymore because Vanguard was built there. I just assumed they kept the tracks intact. Dumb. Oh, yeah, the tracks still run through there, right? No. Dude. As it stands, our company is faced with two large-scale projects. The first is to keep our daily operations running smoothly in order to bring in revenue. Business as usual, in other words. The second, however, is a new challenge. Reconnecting the tracks through Vanguard to Yasuwani Station. Hell yeah. You know what? I know a Shitono ass from the long side quest line in Heritage Found that wants to revive the station. Should willing to take charge? We're willing to perform the repairs ourselves, of course, but the land now falls under Alexandria's dome, beyond our jurisdiction. We can't just leave the tracks as they are. So I've been negotiating with the Wing of Reflection behind the scenes to make the necessary arrangements.
On top of all the other duties, of which there are far too many, the new train is in many ways still a prototype. And we have a supply shortage. That's why I offered to step down from driving to run the station. This oaf won't even consider it. He'd rather work himself into an early grave, I suppose.
He just knows you're happiest at the throttle is all. It's clear you're both worried they sick about each other, so why not?
The point is, I wouldn't need to give up driving if we could just convince a competent artisan to keep us stocked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, if only there was a competent artisan in the building.
An artisan, you say? Look no further. Or I could help for a price. Kelwyn doesn't ask for money. Kelwyn's good. You know, maybe be in the early days of adventuring, living to adventuring paycheck to adventuring paycheck, but we're way better off now. We're fine. Alright, and you say look no further. I can help. Holy shit, you're fucking multi-talented? Yeah, dude, don't worry about it.
You take commissions, Gilwin. Well, now that changes things.
Yeah, we're a bit of a freelancer. If you would do, I just helped out watching Meki Meki a lot with all of their shit. That market's booming now.
With fewer duties on the administrative side, she can manage both well enough. Can I count on you to assist Nitowikwe with our daily operations then?
Yes, but the problem is not permanently. You guys are gonna have to find a more permanent solution. We're not like hired on here at the train squad. Maybe, I guess it's only until they've rebuilt the tracks. I guess.
Thank you, Gilwin. You'll be an asset to the Rainland. Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you step outside with me for a moment?
Alright, now that Kelwyn has matters in hand, the two of us had better get back to work. Thanks again. Alright, you two.
I can't thank you enough for offering to help. If I'd known you'd take commissions, I'd have asked long ago.
No problem. It's a little known fact that we're also a master artisan. Apparently, when doing the Maliance quest, you know, and it's just like she mentioned that not even the twins are very aware of it. But we do know that the Scions do have an inkling of some of the additional shit that we do. If you're assuming like canon, headcanon kind of thingamabib. The twins don't talk about it apparently to their mom a lot, but Cryle, you know, did mention how we're had training as a culinarian as part of the MSQ when we, you know, are making the Shibruk Pibil and for the Yaktel main quest. So, you know, obviously the answer is it's a video game. But you know, I like to think about these things. Alright, Nitowikwe. This is gonna be your new spot set up for the custom delivery.
Words can scarcely express how relieved I am to have your help in this, Kelwyn. Now we'll get straight to the point. You ever tried keeping a locomotive quiet? It'll take plenty of polish and plenty more maintenance, keeping everything in pristine condition.
Alright, nod.
To ensure the work flows smoothly, allow me to introduce you to our local vendors. You want to go buy shit? Please do. Alright guys, come on in over here. This is where you're going to be standing. If you require any materials, there's a good chance Bayapwe sells them. As for Kinawanda there, she'll take your scripts in exchange for a variety of quality goods.
The script vendor. I do like the feather earrings.
Anyway, I'll leave you to get started. Whenever you have something to deliver, come and speak with me.
All right, so the first delivery is usually 3 deliveries worth. All right. What was our first delivery, Nitowikwe?
Thank you for coming, Cohen. You need all the help. We need all the help we can get to keep our new train running whisper quiet.
Yes, all right. Oh, man, I should know. Now we're going to have to go through this field quite. I just want to see what I need to hand in. Rail grindstone. When used to polish rails and casting, the subsequent reduction in friction offers a much quieter train ride. And locomotive lubricant, a single thick coat of this oil will greatly reduce friction between the many moving parts of the train. And then oily rope fish for fishing. All right, let's craft the rail grindstone then. I am assuming it's a 1-to-1 because most of the later custom deliveries are. So it'll only be 3 for the first delivery here if the trend follows. Oh, this counts as 10 levels below? Sweet. Here we have this ability, which is train perfection. New ability that we got. Basically, it's like free, no durability use of one ability. Not that it matters here. Not like we're pushing the fucking durability on this. Obviously, I haven't been crafting. After I've leveled my crafters, I haven't been crafting at max level very much. Something I should probably do, but crafting doesn't particularly enthuse me in particular. But eventually. Alright, there we go. I have to go through this spiel again. Yeah, this is what custom deliveries are. Alright.
The key to keeping the train running quiet is to minimize creaks and groans. That's why we regularly polish any parts that are quick to wear, like the wheels. Okay, when you are done yourself, I could scour the springs and never find something half as good as this.
In making your first successful delivery, you've begun to turn into Nitowikwe's trust. With each successful delivery, the satisfaction level will increase, yada 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 yada. Alright. And then this should be the last one to get us to the next level.
I know our engineers will be pleased as punch about this delivery. Wait here while I get it all squared away for them, would you? Sorry, that took a while. As I was showing the supplies, Walika got curious to see your handiwork. Suffice it to say, you've exceeded his expectations too.
It's like, so what does your craft work like? And he's like, holy shit. We're pretty great. The Warrior of Light, multi-talented.
You really owe you, Cohen. With our train running so quietly, the Ronique got back to grazing undisturbed, and the locals have you to thank for that. Our passengers like it too. And when they're happy, the island's happy. Watching these dome folk cry tears of joy after being kept from Shaloni for so long. Couldn't be proud of our work.
Yeah, man, I mean, if you've been caught in the dome for 30 years, and then, like, once you're in the dome where you can't fucking see the sun, or the blue sky, or anything like that, I imagine, you know, like, for anybody that's lived that long, like, yeah, you know, miss that shit, you know, the stars and everything like that, especially for, like, you know, there a lot of the peoples of Toral revere the sun in some way. Like the Tonawada, their name translates to sun chaser, as we learned. They came to this land blessed by the sun, specifically their ancestors did, in their tale or whatever have you. And the Mamulja too, not that there wasn't really any Mamulja that was there when the dome went down, except for that one last. But you know, you get the gist of it. And the Sertona as well, like we did the mining and botany quest, and you know, like they feel a connection to the land, and the land's rightly fucked inside the dome. Yeah.
Speaking of which, there was another project I'd like your help with. Give me some time to iron out the particulars and I'll be in touch, alright?
Oops. Shit, I went through that real too quickly. It doesn't come up in this dialogue. Wait, oh, here we go. Nitowikwe is pleased with your efforts. She now considers you a marriage mediator. I guess that's what that was. Marriage counseling. And yet there's still much work to be done if the Shaktaral railing is to continue operating smoothly. To that end, Nitowikwe has a new favor to ask of you.
Now then, I'd like to speak with you about the next project I have in mind. Something I think our passengers need. For the Dome Dwellers, some 30 years have passed here. That would explain why so many of our southbound riders are middle-aged and older. Yet save for our noise-dampening efforts, the train has largely remained the same, particularly the interior.
Really? I thought you guys said that in the 7.1 quest the interior was completely redone. Okay. I guess maybe even though it was completely redone, it's still like kind of the same mold as it was before.
With poor lighting and hard wooden seats, I doubt our elderly passengers will find it as tolerable as before, so it's time we made some improvements.
Cushion seating?
Going forward, we're looking for supplies and materials to brighten up and soften our carriage interiors. I hope I can count on you. All right. Just so I was hoping to see we're remodeling the carriage interiors for a more comfortable ride.
All right, well, let's see what we're making here. Plush carriage seating. These luxuriously cushion seats, where the entire seating, offer superior comfort to train rides of any duration, or carriage furnishing supplies. Packaged with cushions, lighting fixtures, and other materials intended to enhance the train riding experience. And then also just like a yakawakor. I guess. The faint glow spherical organism is said to have illuminated many dark night in Thrall. Give it some glow in the dark shit, I guess, if you're a fisher. Alright. Do-do-do. Carriage seat component. We only have 3 remaining. So we won't be able to get to the next part of the story right now because we only have 3 remaining allowances. But we'll at least hand these in here. I think next week I'll probably, we'll hand in 3 and then we'll leave it there. That way we'll just like the full 6 hand in every time we come out here for the next part of the story. Just to keep it clean. But for the time being, let's do this. right. And this is our last one we're handed in here. Perfect.
As I said, many passengers travel out of the dome at an age where rest is paramount. I'd like for them to be seated comfortably.
And that's our general high quality line. And then this will be the last delivery we can make for this week. Alright, so now we're gonna get the, hey, you've completed all of your delivery allowances. There's only 6 deliveries per NPC.
I appreciate everything you're able to bring us, Cohen. Because of you, I can manage operations from the driver's cab if need be. And on my days off, whenever you're not around, I sit in the office and balance the books. It was rough going at first, but I've nearly got the hang of it now.
Alright, there we go. We will continue this storyline here with Nitowikwe and the Troll Railing Agency next time. So yeah, it's a little storyline with the railways here and the efforts to literally bridge the gap between Alexandria and Troll and the moving people in between. So we'll see how this story continues next time. Very real looking chocobo. This one, what's their name? Micah.
A good chocobo.
A good chocobo. Anyway. So yeah, here we are back with the Nitowikwe custom deliveries. So we started this last week, and basically the gist of unlocking it was that because of all of the demand for the railway and the fact that they're also trying to restore the connection of the railway to Yasulani through what is now the Vanguard and through the Dome and whatever have you. Magnus, or sorry, not Magnus, that's his name on the first. Walika, sorry, my dude. Not a different guy. Walika, same, technically shared same puzzle, different guy. Walika was inundated with a bunch of like paperwork and stuff like that and was terribly overworking himself. So Nitowikwe wanted to relieve that burden. She was just like, I'll stop running the trains to help you. But Walika knows how much she loves doing the trains. So they were at a little bit, loves running the trains. So they were at a little bit of an impasse. And we decided to offer our aid to help out so that Nitowikwe can keep riding the train and some of the burden is driving the train. Some of the burden is relieved on her, and Walika doesn't have to do it all himself. And so we're sharing the load basically as we try to connect the railway through to the Dome to Yasulani, and also improve it along the way, make it better for the passengers. So right now we're modeling the carriage interiors for more comfortable rides. We got to make some deliveries here. The plush carriage seating. So we did the 3 deliveries last time. Yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll do 3 deliveries here, and then so I get the even 6 each time because I like having it in even 6 deliveries each time we do it. We'll go and spend our other 3 deliveries elsewhere. Let's see. So let's get the materials that we need. Carriage seat components. Custom delivery, Nitowikwe. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I have a shit ton of crafting food. I should just use it. Otherwise, like, what am I holding on to it for? I don't actually do a lot of crafting, and I'm probably just gonna get more from this. Spell speed. Okay, we'll just use this one. Dude, so much. So much of the goddamn foods, dude. Alright, and then one more. Also, now it's windy. Now it's windy. Weather change. Alright, boom shakalaka. Let's hand these in then and continue the story.
Just who I was hoping to see. We're remodeling the carriage deer for a more comfortable ride.
Alright, here we go.
As I've said, many passengers traveling out the dome are at an age where rest is paramount. I'd like for them to be seated comfortably. Okay, when you have done yourself, I could scour the springs and never find something as half as good as this.
Alright, and then hand in the other ones here. Alright.
Perfect. I reckon that's the last of the materials we'll need to finish remodeling the passenger cars. We've been making slow, steady progress so far, whenever we can find time between rides. After all, more comfortable interiors will bring in even more passengers eager to ride. And with more passengers, our dream of rail expansion won't be far off.
Hell yeah, they do have the dream. Rails all across it all. Sorry to bother you. Who is this? Oh, okay. Someone from Tuliolo.
Here to ride the rails, I take it? How can we help? Well, I need to visit a relative in Yasawani, but the train will only take me as far as Vanguard, right? I'd rather not wander around blindly inside the massive fortress. Could you tell me how to get through? Are you just sending people there and, like, that's it?
Nobody to guide you through? I guess maybe not. There's been a lot of people coming out of the dome, but maybe not a lot of people that want to go in.
Can you handle this, Carolyn? I dare say you know Vanguard better than any of us.
Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry, dude, I stormed that place.
I see. I think I've got it. Probably. I'll figure it out. Thank you so much.
We gave him directions. All right, here's what you do. You go in the giant hole in the wall. Then what you want to do is you want to make a little bit of a left, go up, keep going straight, turn right, keep going straight, turn right, keep going and then you'll arrive at some control room or wherever, and there'll be an exit around there. I think it was mostly all rights all the way down.
I'd rather send the poor soul with a guide just to be safe. Do you reckon there are any dome dwellers planning to take the next northbound train? My own peace of mind. I think I'll ask around. We alright?
I'll go with him. Yeah, maybe y'all need a guide as an interim before you can get the rails to go all the way through to Yasawani Station. All right, Nitowikwe is delighted with your efforts. She now considers you a customer caretaker. And yet, there's still much work to be done if Shaktaral Railing is to continue operating smoothly. To that end, Nitowikwe has a new favor to ask of you.
I'm back. Luckily, I managed to flag down a friendly Alexandrian to escort him.
All right, good. It all worked out.
Now I think of it, I suspect that man's not the only rider with apprehensions about the fortress.
Yeah, it's kind of foreboding.
But we can't count on Bassin Dome Dwellers to do the job every time. We need a more reliable option.
At least until you get the rails through there. You clearly care for your ridership a great deal, or is that really the railing's problem? Nah, man, why wouldn't it be the railing's problem? It's like, listen, we drop you off at the destination. Nah, man, you want to make sure they get to where they want to go. You clearly care for your ridership a great deal. To go out of your way. Make sure they're safe.
Passengers are paramount. If you ask me, they're the only reason we have a business at all.
Yeah, I want to make sure you leave a good impression, man.
That's it. I've got it. The next project will have to wait. This takes priority. Based on your descriptions of the Vanguard's floor plan, we could print guidebooks and pass them out to every northbound service. Hard to get lost with a map in hand, right? I'll see if I can get my paws on a printing press. Bring me the paper ink and you'll be rewarded with a publisher's credit on each copy. How's that sound?
Based on our tour through the thingy bib. Okay. All right, fist punch. All right. So that'll be the next set of deliveries will be
Everyone experienced map making, Kelvin. We'd like to help our riders find their way around inside the Vanguard.
I don't know. I don't think we've made a map before in terms of any of the like questing or anything like that. I wonder if we have any experience in map making. Okay, so yeah, map printing essentials includes everything required to print painstakingly detailed maps, without which Tuliol citizens would surely struggle to navigate Vanguard. Or map making pigment, once properly processed, is colored and is applied to a map to add depth and detail. Or inktopus. Fishing. The cephalopod is named for its abnormally thick opaque ink. Alright, so that was our very quick little chapter there. And yeah, that'll lead us into next time, where we continue this journey with Nitowikwe. Very short about that chapter. We didn't really get anything much new. It's just like, all right, we've renovated it. And now this guy wants to get through Vanguard, just straight into the next one. All right. Oh, somebody's got their little train moving out. The lawn blazer. Okay. Anyway, though. So yeah, here we are back with Nitowikwe. We're going to be continuing the custom delivery storyline with her and the railroad station here. Last time, not a lot happened. Basically, we encountered one civilian who was looking to get back into the dome, who was just like, who wasn't sure how to make his way, because right now they're working on getting the railway to get through Vanguard, but for now the railway sort of stops at Vanguard, like just outside the dome, and so they were a little bit unsure how to get through Vanguard. Now luckily Nitowikwe set them up with somebody who had been that way before, to sort of like guide them and whatever have you, but she's worried about the passengers. She has a lot of care for their well-being. You know, even when they get off the train, to make sure they arrive at their destination. And so for the interim of us trying to get the railway to get through Vanguard, we're going to be handing out some, like, we're going to be making some maps to hand out to them so that they know where they're going through that facility to get to the other side. But yeah, so let's grab some of the stuff we need and craft a batch of these map printing components. This is what we need. Let me see, custom delivery. There you go, map printing essentials. Oh, we're past the point in time where we can use train dye. No. Train dye, my beloved. Alright, Byrod's Blessing should take us the rest of the way there. Perfect. Let's do this ability. That gives us a free thing, no durability loss. Oh, didn't quite as get us all the way. Here we go. It's gonna, with that, I'm going full, highest quality. Highest quality every single time, but that means it's gonna take us a hot second. Let's do this. Go for progress instead. On that proc. Quality on this one. Alright, Byrod's Blessing should theoretically get us the rest of the way. Perfect. Alright. Boom shakalaka. Let's see. Byrod's Blessing. Let's do one of these. That'll probably, this will get us the rest of the way. Alright, halfway through. Halfway through, 3 done, 3 more to go. These are gonna be the best goddamn maps we can make. The best gosh darn maps. Alright, Byrod's Blessing, and then work towards... Oh, we got a proc, hell yeah. Alright. Now 2 more. Man, I do like the Shallow Water music though. This is good music to craft to. Alright. And then the last one. And then the last one. See, let's do a progress on this one. That proc. Byrod's Blessing gets us the rest of the way there. And then... Train Perfection Groundwork should finish us off. There we go. Alright. All the maps crafted, so it includes everything required to print painstakingly detailed maps, without which Tuliolanda citizens would surely struggle to navigate Vanguard. There we go, we got all 6 of them. Okay.
Have you experienced some map making going? We'd like to help our riders find their way around inside Vanguard. So long as our maps are made with durable paper and long-lasting ink, they can be folded and unfolded as many times as necessary to get their owners through Vanguard. Kelwyn, you've outdone yourself. I could scour the springs and never find something half as good as this.
All right, so that was the general high quality line. It's gonna be the same line for all of this, so let's just hand these all in real quick. All right. Boom shakalaka.
With this, we've enough materials to place a free map on each passenger seat.
Oh, a free map on each passenger seat. Okay, yeah. Everybody gets a free map.
Now we just need to print the damn things. Take a look, Kelwyn. I have here our first batch of maps. In addition to the ones we'll be placing on each carriage seat, I figured we ought to keep a few in the office too. What do you think?
Sure. Good to be prepared always. Oh, hey. Walika.
I was wondering what's got on Nitowikwe in such a chipper mood. Nice to see you, Kelwyn. I take it everything's going well.
That it is, my dude, that it is. We're proceeding at a pace.
Lately, I've been planning out how we'll lay tracks through Vanguard to link back up with the Asalani station. There are a fair few factors to consider, our budget not least among them. In hindsight, it's more than I could have managed while running operations at the same time.
Yeah, he's trying to do it all by himself, which is why we're helping. Because Nitowikwe would have had to stop driving the trains if she was to help on her own. So the fact that we're helping her means she can still drive the trains, and we take the burden off of Walika doing everything by himself.
Thank you both for enabling me to focus on this.
Compared to the rail expansion project, this is like water rolling off a Ronin's back.
Nitowikwe, what would he ever do without you?
What would you ever do without her, man? Your poor reflection on the first.
Right then, I should get back to work. Take it easy, ladies, and give me a shout if you need anything.
I guess he would say probably. I wonder what they say if you're a different gender there. Lady and gent, maybe. All right, there we go. Man, this delivery feels like it's proceeding lightning fast. All right, Nitowikwe is overjoyed with your efforts. She now considers you an engineering advocate. Oh, no alliteration there, surprisingly. Whoever does these quests is usually very fond of alliteration. And yet, there's so much work to be done if the Dawntrail railing is to continue operating smoothly. To that end, Nitowikwe has a new favor to ask of you.
That man. Whenever he hears you're in town, he comes racing out to see you. Of course, most of the time you're already gone by then.
Oh, he does. Also, I forget I moved this over here. Let me shimmy this over slightly. There we go. All right.
Anyway, now that the map making business is settled, there was another commission I wanted to ask you. This one's not for the riders, but the crew.
Oh, curious head tilt.
the many modifications we made to reduce noise and repel the Ronique, the train now needs quite a lot of additional upkeep. So I figured I'd do what I can to minimize the hassle by putting in an order for some top-notch maintenance supplies. Can I count on you, Kelvin?
All right, top-notch maintenance supplies. We got this. Next time. For the next week's deliveries. Which I think will be the... Is it the last one? Up, and this is the, hey, you've reached the maximum limit of deliveries this week.
I appreciate everything you're able to bring us, Kelvin. Because of you, I can manage operations from the driver's cab if need be. And on my days off, whenever you're not around, I sit in the office and balance the books. It was rough going at first, but I've nearly got the hang of it now.
All right, there we go.
Engineers need supplies to complete their task. I don't suppose you have any, do you, Kelvin?
So let me see. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last delivery, and then I'll be the full storyline. We'll probably get a little bit of additional quest to round this out or what have you. But yeah, this is honestly proceeded lightning fast. It's proceeding very lightly fast. I feel like we haven't really gotten a lot with this one yet, so we'll see what the finale is like. We'll see what the finale is like. But yeah. Definitely on the lighter end in terms of the story. The story involved with it, I feel. Definitely the last chapter was, and then this chapter was kind of sparse. Like, Wally Cat just sort of wandered off and was just like, good job. In this one. And the previous one, somebody just wandered over and be like, oh, I can't find my way through Vanguard. You know, not to say there's a lot, but I mean, like in the Melios one, we got to walk around with Melios, and like she had a whole bunch of additional conversation points on that one quest. We might get something like that in this one still, but anyway, though. So yeah, we'll see how this finishes, I guess. So yeah, here we are back with the Nitowikwe custom deliveries. I believe this is going to be our last delivery that we're making for the story. And basically, with all the changes that they've made to the train, especially with the new stuff that they have on it to make it run quieter, for the Ronique or whatever have you. It's a lot of maintenance work. They have more maintenance work that they have to do on their trains, and so to make it more easier for the crew, we're going to be making them some excellent tools with which to work with. So toolboxes hold a full set of supplies favored by the engineers of Shaktaral Railing. Those are the ones that we're going to be making. So let's grab some real quick, and then make our batch of deliveries here. Take 6 of these. And then let's get the craftaging. The highest quality. Let's see. Custom deliveries. Nitowikwe. Engineer supply kit. You like rock music because it allows to express emotions and feelings that other music doesn't? Yeah, it certainly has its own vibe to it. There's one track that I love, but you hate the fact that this track resonates with so many people. I mean, yeah, like a lot of times, sometimes you resonate with something, and then, you know, like you look to see like oh man, like let me look at what people are saying about this song, and it's like not what you relate to, or you don't agree with the people or whatever. In which case, you just gotta enjoy the thing on your own. You just gotta enjoy the thing on your own. Or sometimes, you know, sometimes it's a reverse case of that. It's just like, oh man, I don't like something. Let me see what people are saying about it. And then people are not liking something, but for some like dumb reason compared to the reason you're having, you're just like, well, now I don't want to toss my lot in with these people that are saying they don't like it because of these stupid reasons, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, enjoy the media or whatever by on your own. Anyway, though, let's make some of these. Right, we're outside of the trained eye level range. Let's see. We'll use progress on our proc here. progress again. And we'll get the rest of the buffs set up. Alright, then let's use Bayergot's Blessing. There we go. Highest quality. It's gonna take us a little ways to work through all this. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this finished so far, because right now it's been a little bit light in terms of the story and the Nitowikwe deliveries, so interesting to see how this is gonna end. And Busy said, not exactly. The track is by a band named Korn. Korn is the band that mostly known for singing about okay. His depression and ability to express emotions, feelings that everyone is using you, etc. You hate the fact that the song resonates with so many people. You have so many comments about how Korn saved people with music, which is depressing. I mean, depressing that the fact that people are being... I'm assuming you mean, like... resonates with people who have been abused as children. And it's depressing that there are people who resonate with that, is what you're saying? Like, who resonate with it's sad that there are people out there, but I mean, like, yeah. Yeah, it's always sad to think, that, these bad things are happening to people out there. But, it's good that they have something that they can resonate with out there. And that's why a lot of the times, things that a lot of people consider darker in, media or, songs or stories or anything like that, there's a place for that. Because there's a lot of the times it might resonate with people that have been through shit like this. And, if it ends up helping them out in a way, then, or help them express themselves or, anything like that, then that's great. It's good for them. More than 160 million people resonate with the story. It's too much cases of abuse. Yeah, well, there's all sorts of forms that abuse can take. So, once again, it's a shame, but, there's a lot of people that have been through it. Let's use our quality proc here. Yeah, that got us most of the way, and we buy our God's Blessing. And not everybody that likes the song is also specifically resonating with that in particular. It could be something else that they resonate with. Or sometimes it could just be just it doesn't necessarily have to be a 1-to-1 ratio. In regards to because there's a lot of songs that later down that I've just enjoyed, or I found different meaning in the song, and then later on I'll find out that when the person wrote this they were thinking of this thing in particular, and I'll be like, I didn't get that from the song, So a lot of people can find their own meaning in something as well. That maybe wasn't the songwriter's initial intent, but that some people still end up resonating with. In a different way. Alright, then we'll do a By God's Blessing here. Hopefully that'll get us the rest of the way. There we go. right, boom, shakalaka. Halfway, 3 more to go. Yeah, we'll see how long. This probably won't take long, but it is the finale, so we might get a little bit of an additional bonus quest to do and talk with some people after this. But then once we're done, I don't know. Like I said, we'll look in the party finder, see if there's anything going on. Maybe do some Chaotic Alliance raid. Maybe do some Zeralja wing farm, because I still need to get the Zeralja wings, but we shall see. We shall see. We could try going out to Zadnor. Guess that's also a possibility. I was thinking of maybe trying to get my Bozja weapon. We're gonna have to go out there eventually. We're gonna go out there eventually. Maybe we'll do that next week. Go out to Zadnor. The return to Bozja. Let's see. Oh, well, didn't even need to use Biorat's blessing there. Okay. Corn is known in music industry as therapy for lost kids. Rock music of that era is mostly for lost kids, and so many tracks you can hear appreciation for those kids. Those tracks are not pushing kids aside like their parents or friends did, which makes those tracks resonate. Yeah, hell yeah. I guess the product of its time in society at the time. Yeah, that can be with a lot of things. A lot of things you can definitely feel, or you can definitely see where, you know, where the influence of what was happening at the time comes into play, for sure. Let's see, let's use the progress on this one, on our proc. I think this is the last one we need to make. Spire God's blessing. Yeah, I was like, that should get us the rest of the way. Alright, boom, Shakilaka. No, I need one more. I thought that was the last one, never mind. This is the last one. And then Fire God's blessing. Alright, there we go. And now we can use it. The engineers need supplies to complete their task. I don't suppose you have any, do you, Kelvin? That we do. Here we are. Engineers like Shins and Zapia are the grease that keeps our wheels turning. We'd be fools not to make sure their toolboxes are well stocked. And that's the general high quality line. Right now we can just hand the rest of these in real quick. Also, industrial sanitizing fluid that we could have found. What is the, hold on, what is the description on this one? Chemicals contained herein are used to create a powerful cleaning agent popular among locomotive engineers. Or the honeycomb sponge. A more delicate freshwater sponge has yet to be discovered. Oh, fishing, keep being you. Oh, shoot. I've maxed the purple crafting scripts. Alright, hold on, I'll script exchange these real quick. I'm pretty sure I was using them to yeah, the blue crafter script tokens. You can use these as part of the Heaven's Word relic, I think. We'll just yoink some of those real quick. Whoops. Had to bring up the Chocobo saddlebag. There we go. Alright, I also forgot to use this. Alright. There we go. Now that we're no longer capped on scripts, finish handing these in. Which is funny because only rock does this. I'm pretty sure there's lots of other genres of music that you can also feel like the time or the or you know, like the expression of emotion or different stuff like that that people resonate with. A lot of other ones. Classical music, jazz. I mean, rock certainly has its own place as well, and there's, like I said, like we just said before, there's a lot of feeling with rock and stuff like that. But to say it would be the only one would be denying the breadth of music that exists. All right, last one. Wait right here, I gotta show the boys. They'll be ecstatic. Guess what, Kelwin? When I showed them your latest delivery, they insisted on thanking you themselves. Kelwin, you rascally aspis. I think that's one of the snake creatures. These supplies you brought us are better than I could have dreamed. You should hear what the others are saying. They like the feel of the tools so much they have half a mind to build another train. Well, there we go. It's about time, you know. I've been thinking, perhaps our next model ought to fly. There was a line that if you talk to him between the 7.1 quests, he does say the flying train. I mean, they have flying cars are zipping around Solution 9, but that probably uses Electrope for that, and you know, like, who knows how sustainable that would be outside of a high electricity environment, but yeah. Also, I hope Twitch isn't dying right now. I hope Twitch isn't dying right now. The domed technology that may just be possible, but can it still be called a train if it doesn't need tracks? Yeah, why not? Why not? If it looks like a train, it has passenger cars like a train. It could be a train. I mean, look at Honkai Star Rail. That has a space train, though. I guess weren't they laying down like a tracks technically for it, like metaphorically. They're following the. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly the Honkai Star Rail or any hoodalo. That's a train. If that's a train, then this could be a train. And then again, when it comes to trains, perhaps no dream is too big. If it were me, why, I'd recreate the Dawn Blazer, armed to the spokes with weaponry. For what purpose, though? Yeah, that's for sure, Biz. Like a lot of kids that listen to certain music or certain things, or whatever have you, and and you know the adults are just like, why are you listening to this? Why, like, whatever, and they don't ask the kids. You know, they don't dig deeper. You know. Or yeah, a lot of people were just like a lot of time rock was like, you know, rebellious or stuff like that, or people would be like, you know, like they would attribute things to it that is not, and it's just the kids are just trying to express themselves, man. Yeah, ask them why they're feeling this, you know. All right, Nitowikwe. We can discuss your ideas in further detail after our railroad spans the length of Tyrol. Now get back to work. Yeah, one goal at a time, guys. Maybe make the train fly after you've expanded the tracks first. Good that they're excited, though, these guys. It's great to see the boys so passionate about their work. Thanks again, Kelwin. If you have a little more time to spare, I have an update about our progress. Alright, smile and nod, smile and nod. Nitowikwe could not be happier with your efforts. She now considers you a savior of the railing. Your contributions thus far have kept the railing rolling, but it seems Nitowikwe needs to speak with you. Up, and this is going to be the, hey, you've reached the maximum deliveries, but we'll still be able to do the quest. I appreciate everything you are able to bring us going. Because of you, I can manage operations from the driver's cab if need be. And on my days off, whenever you're not around, I sit in the office and balance the books. It was rough going at first, but I've already got the hang of it now. Alright. Let me take a sip of water and then we'll continue this. Also, Biz, you said, wait, do you see the message above? Twitch failed ascended for the 3rd time? The one where you're just like, it's also funny that some tracks are not understood by so many grown-ups at the time, like Devil and I by Slipknot. Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about when I was saying, like, you know, like, not a lot of people understand the kids. A lot of people who see the track, they see nothing but heavy metal and gory visuals, but this track is actually about our fear and the evil part of us that we are afraid of, and if you will stop running away from it and just face it directly. Yeah. A lot of the time, like, the message is kind of like that, but sometimes the visuals are over the top. It's not that scary, mainly because there's no demon under the bed, or your evil thoughts is not who you actually are. Anyway, though, let me take a sip of water real quick. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. Alright, let's continue here then with Nitowikwe. The weight of a train. Nitowikwe is excited to tell you the good news. I can't thank you enough, Kelwin. Your contributions have kept both our operations and the train running smoother than a Ronik's backside. Alright. They're particularly smooth, okay? Everyone's settled into a rhythm, passengers and staff alike. And because of that, Wallika has made progress on the railroad repair project. Remember the business proposal he was drafting? He submitted it to the Wing of Reflection and they granted us clearance to begin construction. As a matter of fact, Val Wukelman helped in the good negotiations and recruited some Alexandrian engineers to come and help. They should be arriving any minute. Okay. Alexandrian engineers. Seeing as you know these folks, I reckon you ought to attend. Head to Shaloni Station and I'll be there once I've rounded up the others. They probably are I don't know, they probably are used to working with Electrope though, right? Don't worry, everything's under control here. You just go ahead and wait for us at Shaloni Station. Alright. Away we go. All right, here we go. Destinating. Waiting. Waiting. We're looking at high and low for these guys.
Where are they? I asked Val Wooglemat to have them wait here after deboarding.
Hey, dude, I know this squad except for this lass. There's the Geralt reflection, and this is Nitowikwe. Okay. So her and she has her twin sister, Nostalgia or whatever. Don't know this lass. She's new.
Forgive me the delay, everyone. I confess I've long sought the opportunity to explore my mother's homeland and found myself distracted upon arriving.
Well, if it ain't Kelwyn, mighty fine place.
Wait, hold on. I think it's worse more like.
Well, if it ain't Kelwyn, a mighty fine place you'll have here.
It is her. What in the world are you doing here?
I am a lass of many talents. I'm helping out with the railway.
It's great to meet the face behind these letters. I'm Wallaka, station master of Shaktaral Raylan. We enlisted Kelwyn to assist with our operations.
Well, come on, so good friend, and when she made mention of your plan to reconnect the rails, we were glad to volunteer. And this is our mediator from the outskirts, the closest settlement to Yasolani Station. Okay. That's who she is. Interesting. I wish they brought in the side quest last, but I guess of course they wouldn't do that single tier. Been cool if they brought her in and then we got an additional dialogue line if we had done the side quest with or not. Oh wait, no wait, they are mentioning the side quest? Is Pepuane part of the side quest? Jeebus, hold on. I should have known her name, hold on.
No.
I think I can pull it up from here. We'll come back to it. This could be the side quest last. I'll have to check, I'll have to double check later. I come on behalf of our leader, Pepuane. We welcome the reopening of Yasunani Station, and as such, are willing to discuss a loan of laborers to your cause.
That'd be great help. We're prepared to invest as many resources as we can, but the work will go faster with more hands. Likewise, it would be our pleasure to help you rebuild the bridge between our two communities. Hell yeah. This undertaking will change countless lives for the better, and I can't wait to see how it will bring people together.
Why is she taken aback by that? Oh, maybe she's just having a deeper thought about it.
Great to have you all aboard. Here's a copy of the proposal for your reference. But first, you folks deserve some time to experience the lands outside the dome. Your next destination is the palace, I take it. Go and enjoy Tuliodal. I've never known a more vibrant city.
Much obliged, Wallaka. When we return, let's get down to business, eh? Alright, this lot gets to explore the lands outside the dome a little bit.
All right, you will go ahead, going ahead back to work without me, will you? I'll be along later.
She's had a thought. Something to ruminate on.
Oh, what's gotten into it now? Oh, look, I need to get this paperwork back to the office. Can you check on it for me?
Yeah, no problem. I'll check in on her. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me unfull screen this a second. Just trying to bring up the side quest with her name in it. With her name in it. Did they reference the lass? I think I've gone too far. Hold on. No, damn it. Who is Pepawani then? The name of the NPC in the side quest was Shalawasi. So whoever Pepawani is, I don't know them. But I feels like the name rings a bell. Were they part of the? Oh, okay. They're the here lad who's the leader of the outskirts. The one that where when we were talking to when Namika passed away, he was the one that was just like, who's Namika? And that's when we first learned that the little devices on their side of the head basically delete people's memory. That was that guy. He's Pepawani. So they were talking about he's here on behalf of the leader of the outskirts. Also, Biz, you said, also funny how people are making fun of masks that Slipknot is using, yet they failed to realize the mask allowed them to say that anyone can be under that mask. The emotion that being sang about track doesn't belong to only band, anyone can feel them. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, stuff like that that can be misunderstood for sure. Because people just think, you know, weird masks, right? Just call him maybe important NPC. He was an NPC. He was an NPC. It's a shame that they didn't get that the Shalasi didn't get, or Shalaki. It's spelled with a C, so it's C-I at the end. So it's either Shalasi or Shalasi. It's a shame that she wasn't brought up, because in her she's the long side quest in the Heritage Found, the only one, by the way. There's not two, which is a shame. Which is a shame. There's at least usually two per zone, but okay. Didn't get one. Second one for Heritage Found. But anyway, in her side quest, we learned that it was her mother's dream to rebuild Yasulani Station. She's just like, I'm gonna make that my dream. And now she's not brought up here when they're talking about rebuilding Yasulani Station. Come on, Final Fantasy. Come on. Anyway, though. Let's go find Nitowikwe. Last, what are you contemplating? Oh, this music again.
It's just a lot to care about, you know? What? Didn't think me the type to wax sentimental? Well, you caught me. I'm not like you or the Dawn Servants. I can't twist myself into knots over the plight of a stranger. I'm just a train driver.
But you've shown that you care a lot for your passengers, right? Like, you don't have to, like, yeah, the Dawn Servants are responsible for everyone, and we're out here, you know, helping every Joe Smo and their mom. But, you know, like, you try to help the people that you can, right?
I already had my hands full with Walika, our staff, and our riders. Then I met you, and everything changed.
Did it? Did it now? You have a tendency to bring out the best in people. Expanded on more of the good that they can do.
That girl was right. We are building a bridge. The sooner I reach will extend farther than I ever dreamed possible. And, well, as happy as I am to have more fright,
okay.
sometimes I worry my engine's too weak to carry it, so to speak.
We're talking metaphorically. As in more to carry, but she's worried that her engine, metaphorically, is too weak to carry it. It's alright. We can only hope to grow strong enough to carry it. The weight. Slowly, surely, you'll get there.
But Walika's poured his soul into this railroad, and so have I. Of all the many people it brings into our lives, not one of them is a stranger to me. You think I agreed to drive the Dawn Blazer on a lark? It was because you got us the timber for the new railroad ties. You have my trust with that, Kelwin.
Okay. That was before.
And your presence here today proves that it's paid off.
The trust. The Dawn Blazer saved a great many lives that day. Or thank you for trusting in me. Or were you scared? Well, she was driving in through danger or whatever have you. Let me see. Well, it didn't necessarily... Well, I mean, getting inside the dome did mean that we were able to save lives. These are all pretty good lines. Let's go with thank you for trusting in me.
Stop. I've had my fill of thank yous. Besides, I was prepared for the worst of that day. Supposing fate decided that was my last drive, I would have spent my final moments furious at myself for missing what came next. Yeah. I wouldn't have regretted it, though. Not if it kept all my loved ones safe from harm.
I'm sure your shard on the first also felt the same.
It's a lot to juggle, isn't it? Caring for so many. But I reckon I'll simply have to figure it out as I go.
I'm sure your heart is big enough for everybody. Always more room.
Kelwin, Nitowikwe!
Wait, I think that was
Kelwin, Nitowikwe!
We were, just wondering what was taking to you so long. Something I should know about.
Nah, man, don't worry about it. We're just having the heart-to-heart, you know? Oh, you know me. I was just giving Kelwin one of my usual lectures on the unparalleled superiority of our locomotives. Damn right! Have you told her all of the improvements we've made with the prototype?
Oh, enough chit-chat. There's still much to be done if we're to make this cross-country rail into a reality.
All right, there we go. The dream of railing that spans across the continent. Bringing people together. All right, also, did I forget? No, I put it back on full screen. We're good. All right. Last heart-to-heart with Nitowikwe. I feel like we haven't really advanced, like, it was really come down to, and now we have some people from Alexandria working towards making sure Yassilani Station is back up and running. But that was about it. It was nice and heart-to-heart with Nitowikwe, though.
Listen, Cohen, that conversation was intended for your ears only, alright? Don't go blabbing to anyone.
All right. She's brought us into her confidence.
Now then, I foresee a lot of hustle and bustle once the repair project takes off, so I think I'll keep running operations for the time being. I'd appreciate your continued support whenever you have time to provide it. You'll be doing it compensated, of course. We may need to stock up on a few things, so I hope you're not opposed to repeat commissions. Oh, and before I forget, I'll be learning to work the ticket booth next, so... Look, you know a thing or two about being in the public eye, right?
I was gonna be like, and then you can dress her up if you want.
I've no interest in fashion, but if I'll be speaking with customers, I figure I should try to look more presentable. So if you have any ideas for a work uniform, bring them up. Bring them by.
No, I think you're good. I don't usually dress up with the NPCs. All right. Note that railroad repair kits track the repair materials, and cenote oysters or any particularly handsome rewards. All right, there we go.
Perfect time again. If you want any track lay materials, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
All right, so there we go. That finishes the Nitowikwe custom deliveries. Bit of a short and sweet one. Like I said, I don't feel like there was a lot of meat to this custom delivery. There wasn't a lot of meat to it, but I know Nitowikwe is a good character. We got to see a little bit of the some of the Alexandrian Oblivion group squad. We get to learn that they explored outside the dome a little bit. So that's nice, but otherwise, not really a lot. Not really a lot that went on with this one, but it'll be interesting to see where the custom deliveries will be going when we get a new one. There's usually 3 custom deliveries per expansion, so we got a couple more in the wings for Dawntrail yet, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for now, that's it for Nitowikwe. All right, so. Apparently, I forgot there's the bonus quest for getting the glam for finishing the Nitowikwe custom deliveries. So here we are. We have to apparently speak to Walika for this one. My dude, you have the glam for me. I forgot. I forgot about the glam. Walika has a message to share with you.
Ah, Kelwin. Glad you're here. Zapier told me he needs to speak with you. As for why he didn't simply track it down himself, well, your guess is as good as mine. At any rate, you'll find him over at Sononi Station. Safe travels.
What is he say in general?
Sorry, friend, but Zapier didn't tell me why he asked for you. You should be at the station.
Will you see if he has any additional dialogue now that we're done with the Nitowikwe deliveries? All right, Zapier.
Kelwin, perfect timing. You see, I have a problem. It's the Dawnblazer. I know she detonated in the line of duty, but try as I might, I can't get that armored angel out of my mind. Okay, dude. After she came up in conversation the other day, it really lit a fire in me. One thing led to another, and I found myself stitching together a little something inspired by her design. The Dawnblazer outfit, okay. I know how crazy this sounds, Kelwin, but I'd really love for you to have this ensemble. Kelwin, please embody the Dawnblazer. And if it's not to your liking, maybe you can find a roundabout way of asking Nitowikwe what she thinks of it. Is she trying to get Nitowikwe to put on the outfit? Just think about it, alright? Together we can keep her memory alive. Through us. The Dawnblazer will ride on. The Dawnblazer rides on. Okay. The journey to Liasalani and back will be a damn sight easier once our stations are connected. Yeah, it's the same line. I believe this one is probably the same one from Shenza too. Where he says, we could make the friggin' train fly. Okay, now you head off to bed. Have a good one, Luna. You too, Nobu. Have a good night. And remember, if you want to do Rolos or anything, feel free to message. Okay. Like I said, I haven't been doing Rolos much recently. Except for, after raids and stuff like that. That's been about the only time I've been doing Rolos, but I'll definitely keep in mind. Thanks. But Luna 2 can't tell the difference with... Oh, with like where people are from and stuff like that? At a glance? No, probably not. I know sometimes when you get in a region, or like when you listen to people a lot, you'll start recognizing like regional dialects and stuff like that. And how to tell Russian apart? I probably couldn't. I probably couldn't. Let's see if Wallaka has any bonus dialogue. We really owe you, Kelwin. With your help, our dream of rejoining the station is finally within grasp. Brings a tear to the eye. Of course, the next step is to lay rails across the rest of the continent. Every contribution is a little more fuel in the tank for us. Alright, first step, reconnect the station. Second step, lay rails across the world. Alright. And so yeah, now we have the Dawnblazer tire coffer. A banded chest containing a complete set of Dawnblazer tire. That's all it says. Let me see. Is this for... This is probably for... battle. Let's see. Dawnblazer hat. Let's just see what this looks like all put together on Kelwin. There we go. There we go. Looks a little bit... I feel like this is meant to be a machinist glam. Look at that. This is actually a really badass hat. It's like they got like the freaking cow skull on it. Double pistols on the side. I feel like this is a classic machinist glam. I like the little kerchief. It's got little tassels. This is a good glam. This is a good glam. I feel like the chest piece and the hat are probably the best. The gloves are kind of mediocre. And the shoes I don't think are that grand either, but the obviously they had to go with the asshole chap, so there we go. Now we've really finally completed the Nitowikwe custom deliveries. Now we've really done it because we got our glam that I completely forgot about. I forgot that there's usually they direct you to the bonus quest for getting the glam, but here we are.